All right, so it is a windy day here in Pennsylvania, and today we're going to be working on my elm bonsai tree. So let's get at it. All right, so today I have this elm tree, which I've grown from a seedling. I got it from my parents' house, I think in 2022. Last year I did a trim on this, and I think it was about early spring of last year. And I did a repot of it, and I put it in this trainer pot here, but I noticed that it's actually starting to outgrow this one and some roots are starting to come out the bottom. So what I want to do today is I want to do a repot on it, and I'd like to do a good trim on it because it's starting to get a little spindly up here, a little bit too long and lanky. So let's get to it. All right, and to start off, we're going to do some trimming on the top of this thing. So let's do this. All right, there we go. All right, and now we have this down to a little bit more of a manageable size. So let's dive in and take a look at this a little bit closer. All right, so the first thing I see is we have our trunk here, and then it splits into two. And then it comes up here and we have two branches on the same plane. So I think I want to take this one out here. There we go. Now this one here is a little long, so we're just going to bring this back to here. So I think I want to bring this, which is our leader, down to about here. Maybe even here. Yeah, there. And then this one down to here. This maybe even down to here. This one in the back to here. I think we want to do a little trim right here. Next up, I think I want to trim this guy right here just because it's crossing within the branch line here, the trunk line. So we're going to take this guy completely out. I think we can lower this one here to about here. I like what's going on with this branch here, but I don't think I want to keep it just because it's interrupting with this flow line right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to snip this little one off and this one off and redirect it to go that way. So let's snip this off here. And then this here. And actually, you know what, we can snip this off too. And that'll kind of send the shoot out towards the back. This can come down a bit to there. Bring this down a little bit even more to here. And just give this a little bit more of a trim. I feel like this guy here needs to come down a scotch more as well. So let's bring this down a little bit more too, to about here. And this is looking much better. I think I'm gonna work on this section a little bit. So we're just gonna give this a little bit of a prune. And you know what, we'll leave this out as. Yeah, I think that'll do for now. I think that'll do it. Now I'm looking to see what will be our front. All right, yeah, this will be our new front right there. And I think I will snip this back. All right, let's get this out of the soil. All right, so one of the main reasons I want to get this out of the pot today is that I never put a drainage screen down here, so I have all these roots coming out the bottom here. So I want to get this out of the pot and put a drainage screen down here so that this won't happen again. So all right, so I want to take some of this moss off, and yeah, let's start taking this out of the soil. All right, I got the moss off of this thing here, so let's take this out. Now what I think I actually need to do is I need to snip some of these roots at the bottom. Let's see if it'll come out easier now. There we go. All right, empty. So you can see that's pretty matted there at the bottom. You can see some of the original soil from the bonsai supply that I used on here, so that's some great soil. I love that stuff. All right, let's work away at this. All right, so you can see we have a lot of growth going on here. So before I do anything, I just want to snip off some of these extra long roots here. So let me do that now. All right, there we go. So if you look at this root system compared to what I had last time, this is a lot of growth in about 8 months. So not too bad, not too bad. All right, so we have a fairly large taproot coming out right here. So that is the first thing that I want to go. Now I'm curious if I put this in the ground, if this would actually grow. I might try that. I might try to put this in the ground because look at all those roots. That's kind of crazy. Set that off to the side. All right, next up we have this root right here, which I want to get rid of. I think I also want to take this root down. Clean that up a little bit. I think I want to do one more snip about here. There. And then one more right here. And just kind of clean these up a little bit. Now this one is crossing the line right there, which I'm not a huge fan of, but this is kind of a jumbled mess down here. I think I'm eventually going to have to do some work on that there. So yeah, I think that'll do it for now. I don't want to go too crazy. I already did a lot of work on this. So yeah, let's stick with this for now. And we'll get a little bit more fine work in about 6 months to a year. So cool. Let's pot this up. All right, so we have our little elm tree here. And I have these 2 other little snippets from the roots. I'm just gonna see if they will propagate and if they'll do anything, if they'll grow and be their own little trees. I'm not sure, but we'll find out. I'll put them in their own little container and see what happens. So we have our pot that we're using again. This time I'm going to put a drainage screen in here. So there we go. And hopefully we won't have the roots popping out like they did last time. So let's pot this up. All right, so we have our main pot right here with a drainage screen and it good to go. I have 2 little pots here that I'm going to be putting the these little cuttings in. We'll see if they take. If not, no worries. So let's start potting this up. All right, there we go. All right, let's get some water on these. All right, and let's water these guys up. There we go. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, and here it is, our elm tree. So pretty happy with how this is growing. It's slow and steady. I think one day this will make a nice little bonsai. So super excited to see how this will grow in the spring and see what will happen with it. I think we made some good progress on the roots, made some good progress on the pruning here. The branch structure is starting to get some good ramification here, and I'm starting to build, I think, a nice little tree here. So yeah, that's it for today, and thanks for watching.